Welcome back to WASHOE Nevada for episode 24 with me, MrSealyp. Well then, there's a turn up for the books. A few jobs done last night, and then at midnight, $1,108,000, or nearly 109. I then did my water runs this morning and fuel runs. We're up to 2,101,000. The money is going down because I've taken on another contract. Because you can just never have too much money, can you? So field 3 at the moment, there's a harvest going on of soybean. I've borrowed equipment, so there's the case 90. I always get it wrong. 92. There's a case harvester, and there's my harvester running on that field at the moment. But we are technically multi-millionaires. Well, I am. That won't last long, believe me. First thing I'm going to do, after yesterday's new vehicle type things appeared, there's going to be some kind of debate over this, and I kind of understand where this is coming from. There was a few messages left on my mod review. I'm going to get rid of this Pottinger, the X8, Yep. And I'm going to get the A10 Crossflow, the one that's by Chrissy136. I really like this. Now, I said potential or possibly a game changer, because I personally believe it is. A lot of people disagree with that, and there was all different reasons given to me why. One, these two can hook up as like one unit, so you can have it on the front or the back, depending if you've got a Valtra where you can change steering direction and that kind of stuff, or driving position. This one you can't. And I also said that it actually runs at a slightly wider width than the Big M, which makes it a Big M beater. And somebody said, yeah, but the Big M goes faster. It does, but the point I made in the video was the Big M's 380 grand. To buy that and the front mower to do the setup running at nearly at 10 metres is only 81. So alright, okay, so the Krone M does go a little bit faster. The Krone M does also have a trailer hitch, so you can technically hook things up to the back. However, I was criticised for that in the past as well, because there's no rear PTO on the Krone Big M, and I ran a baler that required a PTO. So it's kind of, you know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I still stand by it. I think a 10 metre mower set up for 81 grand compared to 380 grand, I think is fantastic. So this is where things get more interesting, because we're going to be spending some money. A fair bit of money, actually. I'm going to put that on the front. I'm not running it on the front. I'm just putting it on there because that's how I'm going to transport it for the time being. What I am going to do is get myself a small animal trailer, because I'm going to start switching animals between the two dairy barns. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to do is go with the... That takes 6. That takes 6 cows, that is. I could go for something much bigger, but I think I'm going to go, because I'm only going to be moving a few at a time, I think. Yep, we'll change the design colour, of course. There we go. Main colour is an interesting one. Steel, zinc, black or grey. Let's have a look at the zinc. I did quite like that. I think I might have had that on Marwell though. We'll stick with the steel, I think. Wheel brand, Michelin or Lizard. We'll go Michelin's, no particular reason why. Okay, let's buy that. I think what I'm also going to do, rather than lease, I'm going to buy myself, or am I? The feed mixer. Not sure at the moment. Oh, that was that thing. Let's turn the engine off. I might be here some time. Right, that's continuing. Loan. I'm paying off the loan. So, let's repay that. Down to 0. So, once that's done, in a few thumb clicks, done. That harvester is now mine. The bank doesn't own any part of it. It is all mine. Fantastic. So that's the harvester sorted out. What was next? I'm going to be getting more cows. I'm doing that in a moment when we get over to the farm. Oh yeah. That was it. I'm buying a second harvester. Now, there's all sorts of options I can go with here. I'm thinking I'm going to go for another one of the modded ideals. But I think I might keep it black. I'm going to go for the Fendt Ideal 8T in black with tracks, I think. Rim colour though, I think I'm going to change to the darker grey, because I could go all black, like stealth. Stealth harvester. Yeah. And then design colour, I think we'll go with black seat inside as well to match. Not going to change the wheel brands. Design's going to stay as Fendt. Or... Oh, actually, yeah, because then there's header situation, isn't there? You know what? I'm not. Let's go with the Massey. Yeah. Sorry, changed my mind at the last minute. Going to leave it as crawler track. I'm going to change it to the Massey. Leave it as an ideal. There we go. Right, there's a reason for that. You're probably already ahead of me on this. You probably know why. So let's buy that. That's what I mean about money disappearing really quickly. And then the header to go with it. We want headers. And it does mean that I can get the case draper, because the reds will kind of match. I just, yeah. It doesn't really matter whether they do or not, but I'd rather they did. Sort of. That'll do. Right, buy that. Wow, that's an easy way to get through nearly 1 million, wasn't it? So what I think I'll do, I'll hook this up. Hey, gotta spend money to make money. And this is going to make us money. The faster I can do contracts and harvests and my own harvests, the quicker we can make money. Actually, those reds don't look too bad, actually. Pretty much like when I did the Challenger one. I thought I'd go with tracks rather than tyres this time, because I did tyres on the Challenger version. Let's get it straight on the field and get it working. That was really smooth on the tracks as well. Awesome. I like it, I think that's great. Actually, I just suddenly realised I'm pretty sure my other harvest has probably stopped by now, hasn't it? Yeah. It probably came up in the top right hand corner and I wasn't paying attention. Well, we weren't a multi-millionaire for long. But we'll get back there again. I hope. Has that one stopped too? Yes, it has. So this one, I'm going to go about 2/3 up. I'm going to get each harvest to run about 1/3. It's not going to be precise, but I know people always tell me to use the GPS coordinates, put the coordinates thing on and you can get it more precise, but it really doesn't matter. And all this has got to go to Old Shanty Grains. Let's fold that away. Swing this bad boy round and get it going. Fantastic, right. Work a crack on with that. I've got 2 harvesters. Cool. Having gone from not completely owning my 1 harvester, tell you what, that silage, it was, I mean, it took a long time, but it was well worth doing. I'm thinking of doing another big silage drop at some point, but I think I'm going to do it with bales. I'm going to give it a go anyway. Oh, my truck's all over there. When I say my truck, it's not my truck, it's the borrowed one. I will be bringing mine over as well with the 60,000 litre Wilson. I was thinking actually of changing that up because there was the what was the modded one that was, I think the modded one's only 63, although it was commented by somebody a while back actually that why do I not use auger wagons, chaser bins. And I said, to be honest with you, I always forget they're there, really. I know you can use them, and I said about using them more because it's an American map and it's a more American thing. You don't... I mean, I think we still use chaser bins in the UK, but you don't see them as often. Or I haven't seen them as often, let's put it that way. And there's that big one, is it the Elmer's one? Which is 70,000 litres. So, yeah, potentially I can get one of those. Right, he's off again. And I'll go down now and empty the other harvester out, then all 3 will be running. With 3 harvesters running on this, I say it'll be done in no time, it's still going to take a little while, but not too bad at all. What I need to do now is go over to the farm, swap over some cows, We'll check on the stats, see how things are going. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need total mix ration in the first cow barn, and then once I've bought some new ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them delivered by the livestock market. I know there's going to be a fee, but my animal trade is literally going to be for either taking them between the two enclosures, or when I have a surplus, taking them to sell. And I don't need a massive one for doing that. Right, I'll unload this, and I'll see you back at the store in a minute. Okay, let's get these back. Yeah, so the thing about this is I'm going to get a tedder, which I haven't used one for quite a while actually. So I will run this as a standard triple mower setup with the front mower on the front and this on the back. Yeah, 10 in front of me, that is. And then I'll come in and ted afterwards. Doing it the other way with the other one meant I could technically, and again it's not really the done thing in the real world, but I was running a triple set on the front and then I was running the tedder behind, so I was mowing and tedding all in one pass, which isn't really the way it's supposed to be done, but you can kind of get away with it. There was another comment that was left. Who left me the comment? Asking me, was it Brian? About on console, if mods don't have a PTO, do they all still work? Well, generally speaking, and that's the prime example, is what I just said. The Krona Big M doesn't have a rear PTO, but I was running a baler on the back of it that required a PTO, and it worked fine. So there are some machines that require PTO that will run off things that don't have a PTO. I know it shouldn't work, and you know, it's one of those kind of farming simulator things that some things that really shouldn't work, and some situations where things get hooked up shouldn't be hooked together, and you do it because you can kind of get away with it. I know the whole realism thing, there are debates, of course. Right, so what I'm going to do now is check the just comes down to doing what you're comfortable with. You know, if you're happy doing it a certain way, then that's up to you really, how you play the game. So let's have a quick look before we do anything else at our animal situation. The sheep do need cleaning out. They do a little bit there. I'm going to need total mix ration. However, next animal in 2 hours, which means we'll get another 4. Obviously 1 on each of those animal types. At the moment we're on 47 of each, which means we'll get 48 of each. I want to get it back down to 45. So is it worth waiting 2 hours? No, I'm going to move now. So I'm going to move 6, then come back and do another 2. So that will get me back down to 45s in all of these. And then we will increase how many we've got in the other one, and then it's going to mean then filling up the feed in the other one, which means I'll be doubling up on the amount of milk I've got. At the moment I'm up to 21,000 litres. Slurry again back up to 36,000. I've got enough there for another run of slurry. Manure, I've got more than I need. It's just piling up. My 2 vineyards and my 2 greenhouses will not get through this quicker than they're producing it, but that's not a bad thing, because I can always go and sell some of that, or I could have wanted to get a muck spreader if I wanted to get rid of it that way. Sorry if I seem mildly overexcited. Right, so we need to get rid of 1 brown, 1 light brown, 1 grey, 1 white, 1 grey, 1 light brown, 1... oh yeah. So I've got to do 1 more white and 1 more brown, haven't I? Yeah. Just to get the honey from my house. Oh, you. Let's try that again, shall we? Right. 1 brown, light brown, grey and white. Then another grey. Another light brown. Another white. It's full. Confirm this time. That's better. Now technically I could just go and take these to sell straight away. Okay, so confirm. So what do I need? Another white and another brown. Yep. Again, I don't have to put the back down on the ramp if I don't want to. Right, a white and a brown. Confirm. Okay, move that, confirm. Right, so when we look in the animals menu now, we've got our 2 pastures. These now are back to 45, so I've got 180 back in there, but obviously in less than 2 hours, 1 hour 45, I'm going to get another 4 in there, which I could either sell or move over. And this one, I've got 8 in at the moment, which I'm going to need to increase dramatically. Fantastic, so that worked okay. Put the cover on that. I'm just suddenly thinking actually I'm going to need to buy another shelter and I've got another harvester. A load more equipment. I don't know where to put it all. Well, I need to go over to that field actually and check on the harvesters again because I'm pretty sure 2 of them have stopped again. And the whole time they're sat there stopped, it's costing me money. Actually I can probably shuffle these around and get it in next to one of those. I'll do that in a minute. Actually what I will do, let's get this one out because I'm going to need to get some toll mix ration out of my stores. That one away. Still got that mulcher sitting back there and a subsoiler. There you go, Helper C's now got a full grain tank. This will be all 3 of them now, isn't it? For some reason, that IT runner trailer that I got, every time I turn the game off and save it and come back in, it's moved. It's the only one that does it. Nothing else moves, but that does for some reason. Not quite sure why. Peculiar. Like I say, I'm going to have to make some more hay. I said I'm going to buy straw from now on, which I'm probably still going to do. Right, I'll worry about that in a minute. I've got some harvesters to sort out. Right, I'm off with the first load to Old Shanty Grains, 48,000 litres. I'm going to offload this to see what percentage of the product delivered it gives me. Whoa, that's all over the place. Bit dodgy. My soybean field 5 is ready to go, but all the ones I did yesterday aren't done, and I made a bit of a mistake. Field 16 I finished in the dark and then realised as I finished it, it needed liming and I hadn't limed it. I couldn't see to lime it in the dark, and then by the morning the crops had grown. I don't think I can put lime over the top of a crop. Well, I shouldn't do in real life, obviously, but in the game, whether I can get away with it or not. But I think it's past where I can actually do that. So I might have to just take a bit of a hit on field 16, and then next time lime it. It's my own fault, I didn't really pay attention, but then because it was dark and I'd done a lot of work by then. Okay, let's see what this comes up with, shall we? This will give me a bit of a gauge. Obviously my other trailer is 60,000 litres, so it'll be a little bit off on that, but I suppose I could just use that one to store and this one just to do the deliveries. 24%, so potentially just over 3 of those will give me 75% complete on this. And then I don't deliver any more, just finish off doing the harvest, and that should give me 100% complete. Should. Right, covers back on. Right, well it gives me a gauge anyway. I might have to deliver a tiny little bit more than the third load if I just use the grain door and just offload a little bit of it. So I'm trying all different ways of doing the contracts. That one, I did that the other day on one of the fields, and I delivered 75% of the actual product and then stopped delivering and carried on with the contract, and the progress bar then hit 100% complete, so it kind of works. Signpost. Speed limit 35. Might be a little bit over that. Right then, I am contract complete on field 3. Sorry for the delay. I was going to come back and sort out the cows. I couldn't keep up with the 3 harvesters running. I was literally taking a load, come back, all 3 were full, took a load, came back. The contract is complete, and this is what I've got left, 45,900 litres. I actually probably would have had 50,000 litres, but when I completed the contract I had a little bit left in the other trailer, and it kind of just took all of it. What also dawned on me was that I've got field 5 here, my soybean field that I planted first of all of the soybean fields, is ready to harvest, so I thought I might as well try and fill this up as best I can. The good thing about it is, although I was delivering to the livestock market, Old Shanty Grains for the contract, the best price for soybean is at the livestock market just here. So what I'll do is take everything I've got off this field, put it into this trailer, and I'll just dump it all in one go. It just makes more sense. I think it's going for 1,720 at the livestock market, and it's only 1,410 at Old Shanty Grain, so it makes more sense to do it here. So I'm just going to wait for my 2 harvesters to complete. That's cool. Waiting for my 2 harvesters, and they are mine. Although I've missed a little bit there. That's a bit weird. But anyway, so once they're done, I'll offload that. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to sort these cows out, or I'm going to sort out buying them and getting them delivered anyway. Fantastic. Okay, oh, that's a point actually. Let's complete the contract. 32 grand. And then there'll be whatever I make off it as well, so collect on that. Harvesting field 1, I could take that on, it's oats. Harvesting field 2 is canola. Could jump straight onto that. Canola normally pays out quite well. Okay, well, what I'm going to do first then, I've got 2 of each at the moment. I want to get to 45. So I need to get 43 of each. So, if my counting is correct, we want Brahman brown. Right, I think I've just bought 43. I hope I've bought 43 of the first one. So what we'll do is we'll check. There you go, Brahman brown, I'm up to 45. Fantastic, so I'm going to do the others now. Get those up to 45, and then it's going to be the mildly arduous task. The water and straw will be fine. Total mixed ration, I think I've got enough in storage to fill it up, and then I'll make a load more so I can then top up later. And how long have I got till the new cows come? 1 hour 15 till I get another 4 in the other one. This is going to really ramp up our milk production and slurry and everything. Just doing runs of those is going to keep us ticking over financially without crops or anything like that. So yeah, fantastic. Right, let's get this done then. Brahman white. Okay, so we should have 45 of each. We have. So we've now got 360 cows. That is definitely the most I've done, I think, probably ever. That may seem sad or embarrassing. I'm pretty sure on Westbridge Hills I did a load once before on FS17. That was way back. I don't even know if I did this many. So yeah, 360. Right, so what I've got to do now, if you look at this, we are looking at 0 and everything. So I need to go and get water, I need to do straw, and then we'll sort out total mixed ration, which I've got in storage from what I made however many episodes ago. And once I run out of that, then I'll just go through the process of leasing the feed mixer wagon. I'm just thinking as well whether or not I might move all the equipment out of this shelter here, sell this shelter, and put another one of these in, because I'm going to need the space for the 2 harvesters and some other bits of equipment. So potentially, yeah, I might do another one of those. So a few more changes. Right, actually I'll do the water first. I think it's going to be the easiest thing. Oh no, my truck's out for delivering deliveries. Let's do straw first. I'm going to need more than 50,000 litres I think, but I want to do the first bit. Get this sorted. I'll have a go with those new mowers. I might well stick another yeah, I might stick another grass field in at some point. I know I took field 16 away because it was quite big. I'm wondering maybe field 5 that I'm just taking the soybean out of. I might grass that, and then, like I say, I think I might do some more silage, but I might do silage bales and drop a load of those at some point, maybe in an episode. I know I did it on Felsbrunn. Did I do it? Oh well, man, I'm trying to think what ones I've done it on. And then I can do hay and I can do whatever. It just gives me a little bit more scope. Now I've got more money. I mean, bearing in mind I've just upped my cows, bought a second harvester, paid off the old harvester, so all the loans paid off. So the old harvester, the first harvester, and I'm still on 741 grand. So, and that money's only going to keep increasing now with the amount of stuff I'm producing. So, absolutely fantastic. It takes a while to get to the point where everything becomes productive. The more fields you get, it all just suddenly ramps up, and it will get to a point where it becomes a little bit unwieldy, where I'm trying to keep up with the animals, trying to keep up with the feed for the animals, trying to keep up with clearing my fields, but that's a good thing. That just means, you know, more money's coming in. So how are we looking? Straw after one load, a drop in the ocean. Right, okay, well I've got some more to do then. Close that down. Go and get some more. Top that all up. Actually, they've got straw. What I'm going to do is put some top mix ration in. Obviously, they won't be productive until they've got water, but I'll stick a load of TMR in. Have I got any stored in the other one? Oh, I'll do it from here first. Doesn't matter, I'm going to use most of it anyway, I think. Hang on, there's still straw in that, it says. Oh, okay. Let's just see if it'll take this. Top mix ration. Yep, cool. Right. Let's put some TMR in. I'm excited. Don't know why. Just all... I think because it's all kind of working. You know, you have a long-term plan in your head. I know I don't often plan ahead. It doesn't seem like I've got a plan most of the time, but I kind of looked forwards thinking, okay, episodes further on in the future I want to be at this point. I want to have 2 cow barns, I want to have, you know, and I'm reaching that point, and that's fantastic. It's where I was aiming for. I'm thinking maybe increasing the sheep. I've got nearly 2 full wall pallets just off the 2 of them. And I can't, again, I've said it so many times before, I can't believe how quickly the days are flying by. I'm going to stick another load of TMR in the other one actually, just to make sure they're topped up. I mean, realistically, when they're topped up, it will last 10 days. I can go 10 days and not give them anything, as long as I keep them cleaned out. So, yeah, in those 10 days, I'm more than capable of making and producing more. Fantastic. Right. I think both my harvesters are complete on field 5, so I'll empty those and I'll dump a load of the soybean from the end of the contract and my field 5, and that will probably take me back over 800,000 again. Oh, I need to clean this feed area out. Let's check on this one. How's that looking? That's now filling up. That should go back into the green with this load. There you go. I could probably do with topping it right up. What I'll do is I'll do the other one, put as much into that as I can, and try and balance them both so they've got equal amounts, roughly. Right, I'm going to see you in a little while. What I'll do is I'll sort out the truck, empty that, get paid for that, bring it over, I'll get a water tanker, I'll get the water topped up, then we can start getting some production with our cows in the other cow pasture. Fantastic. Right, it's nearly 10 past 11. I'm going to go and buy some straw. The animals, or the cows, are now fed, watered, and everything's kind of split as evenly as I can. I've used every scrap of TMR I had in storage. I've used all the straw for bedding. So the one thing I haven't got now is straw. What we'll do is have a quick look in here. TMR on the left hand end, empty, got none of that in storage now. I've got 415,000 litres of silage in storage, but I've also got about 741,000 litres in the bunker at the farm, so I can put a load more in and fill this up. Hay, I've got 427,000 litres. That's not too bad. But the one thing I'm really short, I've got 73,000 litres of straw, and that's it. So I need to I need more straw so I can make some more total mix ration. As far as the cows go, if we look down now, oh hang on, we've got 46 and 46. These two, we've got another 15 minutes and we'll get another one of each. But as you can see on the right hand side, water's full, straw's full, thereabouts. Total mix rations in the green at 474,000 litres. On the second pasture, or barn, whatever you want to call it, water and straw's fine, and total mix rations at 466. So I tried to balance it. It's all in the green. Everything's looking good. Second barn is now producing milk, slurry and manure. Next animal in 26 hours. Everything is ticking along very nicely. So let's buy some straw. The money is up at 870,000. We were at 740 when I sold all of the soybean from the previous contract and what I had on my field 5. Took us all up to 870. So very lucrative. Not doing too bad, are we really? I think this is about £5 a load, isn't it? Something like that. We will see. Maybe it's more than £5. 5,116 per load. If I do 4 loads, 20 grand, and that'll be all the TMR I need. But I can mix up the TMR I need, and that's the thing. What I'm going to do next is, this is the point somebody made to me a little while ago. I can buy a load of 52,000 litres of straw, which gives me the ability with all the other stuff I've got to make total mix ration, which is absolutely fine, and that's the whole point. So if I now tip this in here, I've got some on hand now. If I get the animal mixer wagon, I can start making TMR again and storing it here, which is exactly what I'm going to do. While I've got the products on hand, I'm going to do it. What I should really do is probably seed another one of my fields. The next one I harvest, maybe do wheat or barley. But here's the thing, if I go over to the store now, and I've mentioned this before, and it's how you feel about it, whether farmers will go and buy total mix ration from a supplier, or whether a farmer will make the stuff themselves, whether you feel comfortable buying it or you'd rather make it. The fact we've got the buy anything silos now gives you the option to, whereas before on some maps, normally gyms, he would give you the option to buy things like that, straw and hay and grass, and then potentially TMR on some maps. The fact we've got the buy anything silos now means that technically you can buy it. So here's the thing, if I buy 52,000 litres of TMR, what will that actually cost me? If it's less than 5 grand, you've got to ask yourself, why am I buying 5 grand's worth of straw when I could just buy TMR? So, actually be interesting to buy straw from you, wouldn't it? Total mix ration. So let's see what it takes to fill up this entire trailer. And that's the thing, when you get to a point you've got enough money on hand, these questions do become more relevant, whether you do it this way or not. Again, it's entirely up to you. It's going to be less than 5 grand, that's for certain. $2,402. So I could get 104,000 litres of TMR for the same price I just paid for 52,000 litres of straw. So it just comes down to how you feel about it. Now admittedly, if I buy 4 loads of straw for 20 grand, with all the other things I've got on hand, I can make way more total mix ration. I mean, because obviously I'm only using a certain amount at a time to make a batch, so the straw will go further and I will end up making more of it. But it is a fair question to ask, and one that, it is a fair point. I am going to still go and buy some more straw. I think I'll buy because at the moment I could just end up just hemorrhaging cash. What I might do is buy a load over there and see if it's cheaper or more expensive. If it's cheaper buying the straw from there, why not just do that? I'm going to put this in storage just for the time being. And I'd like to say I've got all of this here, all of that silage can all go into storage. Once the storage is full, there's no reason at all why I can't sell the surplus, because I think once I've got 800,000 litres of silage on hand, I'm probably not going to need any more for quite some time. I have planted field 5 over to the left. It's been fertilised and it's been planted with grass, so I'm going to do grass up in that one. All the rest of my fields do all have soybean in again this time, so as they all start to ripen and be ready for harvest, I will get onto those with my 2 harvesters and get those harvested as soon as possible. It still looks like it's green over there through the trees past the dolphin. That's my field 11, so that's not ready to harvest yet. I'm racking my brains. Have I checked this already? Can't honestly remember. It's a conversation I had with Jim recently, actually, about this very thing, about buying certain things and what should he charge on Sussex Farm. And that's what I said to him, you've got to weigh up what you're going to charge, because if it's more than what you can buy it for from the grain silos, people are just going to buy the silos. That said, $2,345. So it's even cheaper buying the straw from the silo than it is buying it from the barn. Okay, well, it's all options, isn't it? It's all options. Wish I'd have checked that earlier. I think, what was it, 2-3 episodes ago when I bought some straw? Yeah. Right, I've leased the Anderson Smart Mix A950. I'm going to make a load more Total Mix ration. I have moved all of the vehicles out the small shelter ready for potentially dismantling and building of a larger one if it will go in the space without any problems. I do need to do some repair and maintenance on both of my harvesters before I move them onto the next fields they need to be doing, and I will also clear this bunker silo and put it into storage. Like I say, once I fill up the storage, because I will have more than 800,000 litres, the surplus will go up to the biogas plant, as will the slurry I've got on hand in that barn, and then when I've got more from that one, that will also go. It won't take too long before I'm up to a full load of milk again, so that will be going off. Got to remember what I did for this now, and I'll also remember this goes really, really quickly. So straw was... okay, and then silage, and then hay should go light. Boom. Atomic's ration. And what we'll do is, why is that not coming up? Download some that's odd. Oh, hang on. Is it because I haven't got it on tip side? There we go. It's on the wrong. I need it on tip side rear for that to work properly, don't I? There we go. Right, so Total Mix ration production will commence. I will do as much as I can with what I've got on hand and put that into storage, which should keep me ticking along for a while. And there we go. We have worked our way through 2.1 million. I told you, fairly quickly. That said, once all the soybean harvests are all done, we're going to be back up over 1 million easily. I'm thinking next episode of replacing one of the tractors. I don't know whether I'll buy another one or just replace one that I've got. Probably replace one I've got. That's the plan, but everything I intend to do in this episode we've done. We've doubled down. We've doubled our harvesters, doubled our herd. All is going fantastically. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.